Yo, guys, what's going on? We gotta talk about. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. We gotta talk about this shit, okay? This shit. So this is Daniel Larson. I don't intend to make a habit of talking about people who are, locals. Everyone says I'm local, but dude, I have more awareness than everyone who's described as a local. Anyway, so the point being that people are going after this guy, and it's ridiculous that they're going after him because he's clearly mentally ill, right? And a lot of them tend to be mentally ill. Look at Christian. Look at King Cobra. I'm not saying King Cobra's genuinely mentally ill, but he's like, look, he's an alcoholic, right? So in some way he has an addiction gene. And I know you're gonna say, you have an addiction gene to soda. Soda does not make you act out like alcohol does. It doesn't make you freaking literally look. Soda doesn't make you do that. I'm just saying, okay? But look, guys, this entire troll shit with Daniel Larson needs to end. Okay? It's ridiculous. They went from praising him on freaking Reddit, and I checked the Reddit, and guess what? The Reddit just says, it just says, they're just railing at him now. Just railing at him. They're just attacking him. And it's absurd, man. And they're doing it because probably because of this situation or other situations. I don't know. I don't know. They started doing it a week ago, and I know what you're saying. He's lost. He's a lost soul, and he's in New York right now. He's in New York, and I don't know why he's in New York. I don't know why he went to Los Angeles. I don't know why he went to freaking Texas. I don't know why he went to Nevada. I don't know why he went to any of these places. Look, I genuinely don't know why he went to any of these places. Why didn't he just stay in Colorado? Okay. Granted, he wasn't doing well in Colorado, right? But look, man, it's better to be where you're safe, where you can actually build a life for yourself with enough time and effort and energy. He could have probably gotten better, right? Could have probably gotten better, but unfortunately, you guys just you're just like, I'll go to LA. He went to LA. What happened? Homeless, trolled to oblivion and back, and it doesn't end. It does not end. You guys are gonna get him trolled all the way to oblivion. There's probably gonna be someone sending him to Portland next, guaranteed, because the streets are ravaged in Portland with homeless people. I was walking through a freaking I was at the hospital, right? Because I had an injury at work, and actually it still kind of hurts, to be honest with you. But I had an injury at work, so I'm trying to get the fuck back to Portland, and I'm not sitting there waiting for a bus. So I have to walk, and my freaking Google Maps is sending me through a trail that leads to a homeless camp. And sends me through a homeless camp around people who are homeless. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Why? And I know someone's gonna say, hey, you look homeless. Shut the fuck up. I'm not homeless. Look at me. Look at me. I have a fucking apartment. Anyway, so they're saying freaking, I'm like, I just gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm walking really fast. I see someone. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna try to, Granted, I am genuinely terrified of that, right? Because morally, it's wrong for me to attack somebody who's homeless, or to fight somebody who's homeless who's fucking thirsty. What if they have a fucking knife or something? What if they're fucking mental? And look, trust me, a lot of homeless people are mental. There were probably a couple today. No, not today. I haven't even been out today. There were probably a couple of. Jesus Christ! Someone's calling me. Potential spam, ignore. Just like every other call that I don't recognize or that doesn't have a 207 area code. Granted, somebody might actually call with a 207 area code, and I might ignore them as well if they said something really disgusting. Anyway, So overall, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you guys send him to Los Angeles, all these places where he would not be able to survive, or even fix his life. He had no housing. He still has no housing, and he's in the most expensive city in the fucking country, except maybe Boston. I mean, actually no, Boston and freaking New York are pretty fucking similar. They're both expensive. I mean, granted, Los Angeles is expensive too, but I've actually seen the prices for a one bedroom, and they're much cheaper than fucking New York City or fucking Boston. It's ridiculous. Doesn't make any fucking sense. How is Boston, okay, which, by the way, Boston, it's sort of like Portland, but it has more things than Boston, than Portland does. Portland really doesn't have much of its shit. And apparently Boston is more expensive. Figure that out. Why? Because Microsoft happens to have an office there? Microsoft happens to have an office there? I'm sorry, but I don't care that Microsoft has an office there. I genuinely don't care. Okay? Because they would probably send you to Redmond anyway. Right? I mean, they would probably send you to Redmond anyway. I don't even know what their office in Boston even does. What is it, AI stuff, cloud stuff? I don't care for that. You know, it's like weird because he's in the most expensive city in the fucking world, or maybe not the world, but in the fucking country, right? The United States of America, and he's homeless. Kicked out of places. I don't even know how he's sleeping, because you know immediately that when you go to New York City, that if you're anywhere out there, you're either getting mugged or you're gonna get fucking like completely destroyed. There was somebody at the freaking like bus station when I was going from Maine to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin to back to Maine. Who he was like, hey man, do you have like $10? I'm like, oh, okay, here's $10. Oh, I need an extra 10 for the tax. I'm like, okay, here you go, and just bring me back the change. And then he left, and he went somewhere, and I never saw that money again. I never saw the guy again. An ex of mine told me, try not to give anyone any more money, babe. And I'm like, okay, but obviously we broke up when I went back from Wisconsin to Maine. But the point is. And why did we break up? Because her family doesn't like somebody who's not willing to convert to Jehovah's Witness, religion. I hate that religion because first of all they tell you in 1 year the world's gonna end. What happens in a year? The world doesn't end. It's the biggest con in American history. I had to literally agree with them and say, look, bro, you're not shit. Okay, you're not shit. This Jehovah's Witness religion shit you have, going from door to door just to tell people the world's gonna end, we're gonna die. It's absurd. We're all gonna fucking die. Okay, we're all gonna die in one day. And you're gonna die too. And you. All of you and me are gonna die one day. Are you sitting there worried about that shit? Oh, the world's gonna burn on fire, man. The world's gonna burn on fire. First of all, when the world actually does burn on fire, all of us will be long dead. We'll be long dead. It's probably not gonna happen for a few 100 million years. Maybe a few billion, maybe a few million. I don't know. I won't be alive in 2 million years. Or even 3 million. I won't be alive. I won't even be alive after fucking, maybe 60. I hope I don't live to be 100. God, can you imagine me living to 100? That would be horrible. Because I've seen people who are 100 years old. You might think they're, living the good life. But they're not. When you become old, you become senile, you also become less aware of what's going on. And it's a curse, man. It's a fucking curse. And some people would say it's bigoted. It's not bigoted. I had a great grandmother who by the way, was from freaking Canada. And, you know, some people were confused. That's why I said I'm Canadian. Number one, my great-grandmother is from Canada, right? Great-grandmother from Canada. She's no longer alive. She died when I was 5 or 6. But anyway, so she's from fucking Canada. And she moved, you know, to this country and whatnot. And she lived a long life. I think she could have been freaking, like... Because my Nana was freaking, like... I don't want to say she was young, but she was sort of young when she became a grandmother, right? So she was in, like, maybe late 30s when she became a grandmother. Okay, so the fact of the matter is, you guys need to stop making this worse for him. Okay? He has mental illness, mental disabilities, mentally challenged. And look, he thinks he's famous. He's not famous. He doesn't even know anything about fame. He doesn't even know anything about entertainment. He did a couple songs. Probably you guys helped him with it, right? And these couple of songs were freaking, you know, they were... Look, I know people are like, Roaring Thunder. It's like, look, bro. He doesn't know anything about entertainment. First of all, in entertainment, you don't have managers, okay, as far as I know. As far as I know, I don't know how it is for music, but I'm pretty sure music is the same way as, you know, film and acting and stuff, or even screenwriting or directing. Anyway, the point is, in entertainment, you have, I think the only business that's in entertainment that actually has managers are probably, like, game companies. You know, because they're corporations, right? They're corporations, or they're businesses. And but if you're an artist, or you're a celebrity, or someone of note, you know that you basically have an agent, right? And you get assigned a contract based on, or not assigned, but you basically, your agent figures all that shit out for you, right? The contracts and stuff. All you have to really do in the contract is sign and perform, right? As far as music goes. And the label does the rest. They do the distributing. They do all that stuff. And you guys are signing into fake record deals, not even giving him a contract to sign. And I know there's gonna be one person who's like, I'm gonna give him a fake contract and I'm gonna make him sign it. It's like, bruh, it's null and void if you don't have it signed by some sort of legal expert, or don't have some legal expert look over it, or it's not valid, right? Some of these record deals you guys are coming out with it are so fake. They're fake. They're a sham. Why? Because they're not valid. Because they're not valid in a court. They're not valid by a legal expert's advice. No. They're invalid. And it's sad, man. It's sad what people are doing to him. And obviously he has mental illness, like I said. And people are just taking advantage. Because they want to laugh. They want to laugh for their own amusement. They like making fun of people. Okay? They like making fun of their people. They're ridiculous. And the worst part is, I mean, I'm not defending him for any of the allegations. And I do say allegations, even though it's likely true. I think it is true. Listen, you should not, by the way, but you should not be talking to, for anyone wondering, I'm checking my email, okay? I'm checking my email. Got an email from Universal All Access, I think. And you might be like, what's Universal All Access? It's Universal Studios, man. Let's see, API, Amplified Campaign, Diversity of Voices. Oh, it's basically like people of color and people of the different ethnicities. Listen, guys, we do not and should not mock this guy because he has mental illness. Look, people with mental illness are a little bit different than, for example, somebody who's really evil and really like they're, you know what's worse? Somebody who has belief in something, or somebody who is is incapable of like rational thought. Rational thought. You know what rational thought is? What the difference between rational thought and irrational thought is? The difference is rational thought is you knowing, but you don't care. Right? You know, but you don't care. Or you know. You're aware. You're fully aware of your actions. You're capable of thinking about it. And you go through with it anyway. Irrational thought is you don't know any of this stuff. You don't know what's right or wrong. You're not capable of being aware of it. You don't genuinely know. Jesus, that steak was good. You genuinely don't know. Okay? You don't know what's going on. You're not in your right state of mind, or maybe you don't have a right state of mind. Maybe you're just mentally ill, right? And I think there was this one movie I saw that was, I know we were talking about movies, right? And you're going to be like, why is this relevant? It's relevant because it proves my point. Okay? The point of having a point is to prove your point and to make sure other people know what your point is. And if I can't prove my point to you as to why somebody in the rational state of mind is pure evil, then you're not going to know why this guy is... I'm not going to say he's innocent, right? Because he's not. But I'm going to say why this guy should not be freaking terrorized the way he is. Daily. He might be a bad person. That's because of the mental illness, okay? It's a way different thing than... it's a way different thing to have a mental illness or to be, sort of developmentally delayed than it is to, for example, just be, a bad person and not care. To know what you're doing is wrong. The movie Get Out, okay? I assume people have seen that movie. It's basically one of the first movies about racism. Well, it's not really the first movie about racism, but from a director of color, right? It's from a director of color. He was very adamant on making a horror film that was sort of, spoke to the evils of white people. And it's a really good movie. I do have a problem with the movie. Okay, the problem with the movie is that the movie, okay, it has a twist, and it's a bad twist because it's not scientifically possible. It's not scientifically possible in any category. Therefore, it should not exist in the movie. There should not be the plot twist, and that's my problem with the movie. But otherwise, okay, there's this one scene in the movie where it's basically a pre-recorded video, where people are talking, and the guy's so freaking terrified because he doesn't know what's going on. And then they explain to him the twist. Okay, the twist is they take people of color, they abduct them, they basically take out their brains, put in someone else's, like an older white person's brain, into the body, and somehow is able to make it live forever. Well, not forever, but a long time. And essentially, you might just repeat the cycle. Now, that is not scientifically possible, but like I said, what's the point? The point is there was this one guy, and it was the guy who bought, I think his name is Daniel Kaluuya. He played a character in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the guy who, basically turned on T'Challa towards the end. He turned on T'Challa when Killmonger came in. Anyway, so that guy's character, okay, the thing about it was... he's watching the video, and this white guy comes up, and he's blind. He's blind. Probably, I think he met him early in the movie, or not early in the movie, but a little bit in the middle of the movie. And he's like, man, look, I don't care about the color of your skin. I don't agree with these freaking idiots. I don't agree with these freaking idiots. Okay, about your skin color. I don't hate you for that. I just want your eyes. Okay, I just want to see what you see. That's all. I don't give a fuck about anything else. That's why I'm doing this. It's like, I look at the fucking screen and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's the most evil fucking person I've ever seen. The most evil fucking person I've ever seen. Because there's a difference. You see, because there's a difference between someone who's genuinely a bad person. For example, someone like EDP. Someone like EDP or Alex from Predator Poachers, or even just the Predator Poachers themselves, the entire group seems like they're pretty bad. PTI, I guess, would be another one. PCPA. I mean, maybe Skeeter Gene. I don't genuinely know what his character is. And when I say character, I mean morality and your beliefs and stuff. Justin Payne's another one who's really bad. He's one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And I know you're always thinking, he catches predators. Look, guy, he may catch predators, but he only does it to be famous. And trust me, I know this because someone who used to work with him admitted it on video. And I've seen the video. I saw the video years ago, and I've known this for a long time. Obviously, you don't see me going after him because he's on Rumble now. And I'm not going over to Rumble. I don't care about Rumble. You want to go on Rumble? Fine. You want to come back to YouTube? Oh, I'll report you all day. But the guy is literally a piece of crap. Right? Breaking terms of service, doing stupid shit, harassing shit, a lot of shit that they shouldn't be doing, and terrorizing businesses, of course, going after somebody with a mental disability, trying to manipulate him and stuff, trying to be buddy, and then calling the cops, and then being surprised when the cops just looks at you and it's just like basically, I can't arrest this guy. You can tell what he's fucking thinking. He's thinking, no, I can't arrest this fucking guy. Are you kidding me? I can arrest this guy. And people tell me I'm wrong about that, but I could tell what he was thinking. And if you can't tell what he's thinking, dude, if he could arrest the guy, okay? It doesn't matter what his words say. People can, sort of agree with you just to get you off their back, right? What matters is what they look like, right? Their body language, the way they're looking at you, the way they're basically rolling their eyes, If they roll their eyes, they don't take you seriously. Like, I went to a job interview once, I think it was a factory/warehouse sort of deal. Not the warehouse I worked at last year, but a different one. I went there, and I'm looking for a job, and the guy just literally is rolling his eyes at me all the time. And he's like, I'll have you work with a temp agency. You go to the temp agency, we try you usually. And it's like, okay. And I was like, after the interview was over, I'm like, there's no way this guy is going to call me tomorrow. And he didn't. Just making shit up, just to get me off their back. So it doesn't really matter what somebody says, okay? It doesn't matter what somebody. What matters is their actions, what they do. And obviously, this guy is not in control of his actions. But someone like EDP, for example, EDP 445, he is in control of his actions. He does know what he's doing is wrong. He does. And he admits he doesn't give a fuck. He admitted he doesn't give a fuck. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a mental illness because there's never been one verified. He might be stupid, but stupid is not the same thing as having a legit mental illness. Stupid is just sort of either not thinking, doing something stupid, or having somewhat of a low IQ or not being aware of certain things you probably should be aware of. The difference between it, it's not caused by mental illness. Stupidity is not caused by mental illness. Stupidity is caused by how would I describe it? I would probably describe stupidity as just an IQ problem, I guess. Just sort of like an inability to be. It's hard because it's sort of like mental illness, but stupidity is not the same thing. I don't view it as the same thing. If somebody's genuinely stupid and they're not mentally insufficient because of some sort of defect in the brain, and the only thing is genetically they're not that freaking smart. That's a good point. Genetics can inhibit the brain. That's not the brain, but like the intelligence. Okay, if you're genetically not intelligent, it's I think it's partly genetics. There might be a lot of other factors like your background, your environment. I guess background and environment is the same thing. How you grew up, what type of people you grew up with, and what you learned, right? What you learned, and if you don't learn certain things, and you grew up in a bad environment, or you did stupid things, you know. At the end of the day, you're just going to be stupid. If you grew up as a bully when you were a kid, right, and moving on into your adult years, you know, you're still a bully, then you're always going to be a bully. You know, you're always going to be a bully. And people don't understand that. And speaking of this guy, okay, let's just watch the video, okay? Because
alright, I don't really like how many people are doxing conversations, and also the labels threatening me to be fired in 24 hours if I can't get at stuff.
look, bro, no one's doxing the conversation, right? You're sending text to somebody who's definitely a troll, right? Definitely a troll. And that troll is taking screenshots of the conversation. That is the only thing that's going on. They're taking screenshots of your conversation with them. And that's what's going on. That's how this shit's getting leaked. You know this because the green indicates that they are the ones talking. Right? The green indicates that they are the ones talking. And the white, you know, bubbles are you. They're taking screenshots of the conversation. Okay? It's easy to figure that out if you've been, you know, on the internet as long as I have. And if you've been using technology like I have a freaking, look, I have a freaking Pixel, okay? Pixel? I don't even remember what color the Pixel is. I don't even text on this freaking thing. Let's see. Read. Okay, the background. The bubble is gray. Example. Okay. Let's just say I text myself. What do I do? I don't even text myself. Okay. Okay, so bubbles are gray on Pixel, and the green is, again, you. So, anyway, so basically it's a white or gray background depending on, and you notice they're using an iPhone. Most government phones are Android, right? And that person's using an iPhone because it's an iMessage or whatever they call their messages app now. It used to be called iMessage back in the day, but I don't know what they call it now. I barely even use it. I just read text messages, might text somebody once in a while, probably, usually my sister, honestly speaking, or my boss, you know, that's about it. I don't text anybody else. I don't even text, dude. I barely even use this thing as a phone. It's like freaking. Actually, I have 3 phones, to be honest with you. Plus, I have this house phone. I'm surprised no one's gotten this one. Then again, I think it's like private, so there's no way it's going to be public. So the point is, you're getting trolled, and you are, you know, the screenshots are being shown by the troll, and you can sit there and say it's doxing conversation, but it's not doxing. Doxing is revealing your personal information. No personal information being shown. It's just you doing, and probably saying, actually it's not saying something you shouldn't be saying to what you think is somebody who you shouldn't be talking to, right?
Okay, just to let everyone know, the text message that got leaked on the subreddit earlier, I blocked that person.
Bro, it seems like you, honestly speaking, it seems like you blocked that person after it got leaked. But listen, bro, you and I'm surprised you're not showing the number, right? The number in this freaking screenshot. You make a video talking about, like, you know, this is from Daniel Larson, and you don't even have the decency to show the number. Obviously, you're trying to not get flagged, right? Because you know you're gonna get flagged immediately upon sharing that information, any personally identifiable information, which is a lot better than what other people will do. A lot of other people will actually reveal people's addresses, names of certain people they shouldn't be mentioning. I mean, if you have beef with somebody, leave other people out of it, like their family, like leave people who aren't involved out of it. Okay, it's ridiculous that we have people like who literally think, oh yeah, that's gonna be a great idea. It's gonna get your channel terminated. it is going to get your channel terminated. I'm sorry. And I mean, this is a lot better. Okay, this is a lot better. This, it's like they're not showing the number. They're not showing any personally identifiable information, and I have a lot more respect for that. To be honest with you. Now, I wouldn't troll this guy because that's not right, because they have a mental disability, and because they're not in control of their mind, fully in control of their mind. But this guy is a little better at it, but he's still trolling somebody with a severe mental disability who's homeless, by the way. No way of taking care of himself. No way of fixing his life. Right? Just for his own amusement. It's not right, man. It's not right. No matter what you say to me, it's not right. Can you send a pic, please? Who is this? Heart face. Obviously, they already know who it is, right? They already know. This is Daniel Larson, famous one. I think I know your song, Roaring Thunder. No. Look, not a lot of people know Roaring. Well, actually, people know Roaring Thunder, right? But not a lot of people should know Roaring Thunder, and not as many people know of Roaring Thunder as you think. He might have a few million views or followers, but he does not have. He doesn't have fans, right? People just know that songs really are bad, but there's nothing wrong with being a bad artist, okay? There are bad artists who exist all the time. And the problem is that people are just trying to get into the music game. Look, you don't have to even get into the music game. Get into something like acting or filmmaking, which is a lot easier to do than music. Music's actually a lot more difficult. And I don't even care about music, to be honest with you. I mean, I care about music, right? I love listening to music. I don't want to make music. I don't want to sing music. I don't have any interest in that sort of thing. I want to tell stories. I want to be involved in storytelling. That's what I want to do. And the fact of the matter is, again, I'm just talking right now. What are you doing, Daniel? It's like, bro, why does it even matter what he's doing? You know what he's doing. You're watching him, probably, in the live streams. You're probably watching him, laughing your ass off, and honestly speaking, you're probably, getting a kick out of this. You're just like, what are you doing? Because you gotta play the role, right? You gotta play the freaking sick role. Just curious, how old are you? Am I too old for you? Sad face. Bruh. He should have blocked her, or actually it's not even her, it's probably a dude. He should have blocked this person immediately upon her or him. I'm so confused right now because I don't know the identity of this person. But this person should have been blocked immediately after she said the word 17, or he said the word. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what their age is. I would say I know that they say they're underage. I don't know who this person is. Therefore, I don't know their gender. Therefore, they're not. Obviously, they're not 17. But listen, should have been blocked. That's it. You get one shot at this. If you continue talking, it's bad. Bad. You should not be talking to somebody underage. I personally block everyone. I block everyone. I don't like talking to new people. I will refuse to talk to anyone new. And you might say, "Oh, is it because of some weakness?" It's like no, I just don't have an interest in talking to people. I'm asexual, okay? I don't give a fuck. I'm asexual. I literally tell everybody, go the hell away. No matter what they look like. If I don't know you, I don't want a conversation with you. But the fact of the matter is, you should not be talking to this person, right? You should not be talking to this person. I don't want to talk to anybody. But you should not be talking to this person because of their alleged age. Right? Because of their alleged age. And you're sitting here talking to me. I don't understand. It's like, I'm 24. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just stop. Bro, you're asking... Just curious. Do you do one night stand? Jesus Christ, man. Look, bro. Do not ask what you think as a 17-year-old that. I mean, I'm just saying, dude. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just pitiful. It's pitiful. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and hate on you for it. for this shit, right? Because these are trolls, and they're doing the troll thing where they try to get you into like these sorts of situations. Look, I legitimately think you should have blocked this person right when they said that age. Right when they say that age. You should not be talking to these people. You shouldn't even be look. You should not even be adding people like this. I tell everybody if I don't know them, I'm just like nah, I'm like gonna block you. If they have anything sexual in their profiles, I just like nah, block. If they try to say anything sexual to me, I'm like nah, block. I have no interest in that sort of thing, to be honest with you. And people think I'm a liar. Obviously, people think I'm a liar. It's like people are so selfish that they don't take anyone else's viewpoints into account, right? They don't take anyone's viewpoints into account. They don't take people's mindsets into account. And they're completely fucking stupid. And they think everyone's lying because, maybe because they're fans of certain people who are very talented, right? And, and one of the things is I do share pictures of celebrities on Facebook, right? I do like pictures of celebrities on freaking Instagram. But the thing is, there's a difference between a celebrity and just some random freaking person that doesn't exist. Plus, there's a difference between somebody who does exist and somebody who's a lot better than that person. And I'm just saying, celebrities are better than all these people. And they're older! They're older! Have you not seen Kate Beckinsale? Oh, jeez. I know, I said asexual. Her personality, she's a fucking great person. Great fucking person. Great personality. And it's fantastic, Although her accent, it kind of annoys me. And for anyone wondering, I have a problem with British accents. I know that in somewhere down the line, I'm descended from somewhere above the line, I guess, technically, because it's, I'm a descendant of probably someone from freaking England or London or freaking... No, London is England. So basically, I'm descended from someone from the UK, right? I mean, we all are. If you're white, you're usually descended from someone in the UK. If you're Asian, you're usually descended from someone in either Japan or China or Korea, North Korea, South Korea. It really depends, right? Actually, most people don't even leave North Korea. But if you're Russian, you're descended from someone in Russia. I'm also part Canadian, so I'm technically, descended from someone in Canada too, and I'm also part Irish and part Italian, but that's besides the point. Basically, my point is we're descended from, if you are what you are, right? If for example, if you're like white like me, you're probably descended from somebody who's white or some nationality of somebody who's Caucasian, right? And it's a really big difference, okay? But the accent is kind of weird, I've never liked those kind of accents. I just find it annoying. I know that's kind of bigoted to say, kind of like, hurtful to say, but I love people. I love everybody, right? I love no matter who you are, even if you have an accent. I love you, okay? I love you. Even if you have an accent. I might not like the things you do, or I might not like your mindset, but I at least can enjoy what kind of person you are if you're a good, decent person, unless you're not. But anyway, so point being, do not ask for one night stands from what you think is a young person, someone younger than 18. I'm not even saying you should go after an 18-year-old. Okay, first of all, 18 is it's morally wrong for me because it's like, look, they're 18, right? They're 18. They just turned 18, or they're basically 18. You shouldn't even talk to anybody who's not related to you, right? Who's younger than 18. If they're related to you, it's a little different story because obviously they're related to you. They're your family. But as far, or if you work with them, right? If you work at a store and you have to work together to make sure the store is decent, right? Or that you make sales quotas. In that case, it might be acceptable either. But look, you don't do this. You don't do this shit with a freaking young person. Okay, it's just not right. Now, again, I don't agree with the predator captures either, because all of them are morally fucked. They do things just for views and just for view counts and stuff, and they do shit just to troll and make fucking. I remember PTI said, something along the lines of, "Oh, I just want to cause terror in their hearts and stuff," and I'm like, I just want to cause terror in your heart, man. Honestly, because you're useless to the world. You go around harassing businesses, terrorizing businesses because you don't get your way. That's sad. That's completely sad. PCPA, I want to cause terror in his heart because obviously he's freaking an idiot. And I use the term idiot, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. To me, he's an idiot. He gets banned from one channel. He thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna make a new channel." And I told him, look, man, if you, I literally told him, look, you got banned from this channel, right? I told him this in a live stream, and he obviously deletes all those live streams. Anyway, I told him in the live stream, look, man, if you're just gonna sit here and try to defend your actions with this one fucking video, all you would have to do is remove the fucking video, and I would have no problem with you, right? I would have no problem with you, but because it's morally unacceptable for you to manipulate someone with mental illness or mental disabilities like you did. And he was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. He's like, I think it's morally unacceptable for what he did. It's like, okay, you don't give a fuck that he's not capable of comprehending what the situation was, comprehending right and wrong. You're not capable of figuring out that he is not in his right state of mind and never will be. You're not. Look, you're not. You don't care about that shit. You're evil and you don't give a fuck. Basically, like that guy from freaking, that movie. Like that guy from that movie. And it's absurd. It's absurd. And of course, Chet Goldstein was like, he's like, you're just some white guy from freaking Maine. Of course, I'm some white guy from Maine. You're some white guy too. You're some white guy from fucking Texas. Some white guy from fucking Texas. The fact of the matter is, some of us are white, some of us black, some of us are, Asian, some of us are, some of us are Russian. I guess Russian would technically be Caucasian, but, some people are Brits. It doesn't matter. Some people are transgender. Do you think I hate on transgender people? Do you think I hate on people for the color of their skin or for the type of, the nationality that they are? I hate on Canadians, but I don't hate on Canadians. I do it jokingly. And you know why? Because I'm part Canadian and I can do it. Right? I can do it because I am part Canadian, because my great-grandmother was Canadian, and my dad was descended from, a Canadian. And, and my Nana, obviously, basically on one side of my family, we're all descended from somebody in Canada. Somebody from Canada. It was my great grandmother. And the fact of the matter is, you're sitting here, and I hate on Canadians, yes, because it's funny to me, because I'm part Canadian, right? I'm descended from someone from Canada, and I've been to Canada, and let me tell you, it's a weird place. It's a very weird place. Very cold, very weird. Like you go to a grocery store in Canada, and they have freaking yeah, it's weird because they have everything. Tourist attraction stuff, like souvenirs, showing the Canadian symbols. It's absurd to me. It's absurd to me. And someone's gonna ask, "Oh, what part of Canada are you from?" Probably the part that's closest to Maine, right? New Brunswick. I mean, it's closer to Maine than any of the others, right? So I would assume it's that one, but I'm not 100% sure. It was a 5-hour drive. I think it was a 5-hour drive there, and obviously I was a kid, so I don't remember much of it. I remember one time up there. I was like, my nana was like, Brandon, take a nap, and I couldn't take a nap. I was like, I can't take a nap. can't take a nap. I can't. And I bet you someone's gonna say, I'm gonna dox your Nana. My Nana's been dead for freaking 3 years. How are you gonna dox a dead person, dude? It's absurd. It's absurd. My Nana's dead. She passed away. She passed away. And someone's gonna. I don't understand how people think. Look. Oh, my grandfather. Yeah, he's dead too. My paternal grandfather. Actually, no, both of them are dead. Actually, I don't even know if my paternal grandfather is actually dead. I've never met the guy. Okay, I've never met the guy. I know someone's gonna be like, you're going off on a tangent. Look, it's my video. I get to do and say what I want. And the thing is, not my great grandfather. I know my great grandfather. I don't know one of my great grandfathers. I never met him because he died way long time ago. Long time ago. Before my mom was even born, right? And but anyway, so point being, right? I don't even know who my grandfather is on my dad's side is. I don't even know who he is. I heard he's dead, but I can't confirm that. I have no idea who he is. I don't know. I have no idea. Weird guy. Very abusive, from what I heard. Anyway. We went on a tangent. So I guess we gotta get back to the video.
Saw the man in black, the spotlight in the air.
Can you stop this shit? You know what a gag ball is? Jesus Christ. Why are you asking somebody under the age that? It's ridiculous, man. Yes, LOL. Is that what you... Jesus Christ, man, stop this shit. I don't even like sexual confrontations, to be honest with you. I don't. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, granted, I used to be fucking arrogant as shit. And then I realized, I'm just like, I don't even like this shit, to be honest with you. Every time I've ever had sex with, girlfriend or whatever, I've never enjoyed it. I just never enjoyed it. And some people are like, hey, you gotta turn gay. No. I don't like sex. If I don't like sex, okay, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Okay, I don't even like men. I don't even like men. I mean, I think good men are good men, right? I think good women are good women. I don't like sex. I'm not going to date a man because I don't find a man interesting enough to date. I think a woman is interesting enough to date. If it does go to sex, okay. But I don't care. I genuinely do not give a fuck. If I never get laid again, I would be happy. I would be happy because I don't care. Right? And I'll be genuine about that. Yes, I know they are, but I don't. Jesus Christ. For me, oh Jesus, why are you talking about this shit, dude? Do not talk about this shit with a freaking... Like a cow being what? Like a cow being milked? My mind is just blown right now. And no, if somebody is mentally ill, you should not go after this person. I mean Daniel, of course. If somebody's mentally ill, he's not fucking in control of his thoughts, you do not have the right to go after him. Now, if you catch him, if you're going to catch him, do it ethically. Do it to where no one can have a problem with it. Do it to where you have no controversy. But obviously, there's always going to be that one person who's going to be like, I'm going to catch this guy and I'm going to make him a fool of him. And then they make a fool of themselves, too. Usually happens. Look at Chuck Goldstein. Look at PCPA. Showing how much of a piece of shit he really is. With the words, oh, you're autistic. Or, you're an R-word. I mean, granted, he might not have been the one who recorded those freaking, voice clips and stuff. But you know who did? Somebody who associates with him. And you know what they say about certain situations? guilty by association. Unless, of course, you're trolling. But I don't think PCPA is a troll. If your intent is to troll somebody, it's a little bit different than, for example, if you're friends with somebody, right? If you're friends with somebody. But, like I said, same feeling. That's a really good compare. No, it's not, dude. You're just trolling, dude. The fuck? You're just trolling, man. Come on. Stop this shit. And the kissing makes my hips move forward, like... Bro, I don't even think this guy's had sex, right? And isn't he in love with, like... What was her name? The freaking girl from Stargirl. What was her freaking name? I don't even remember. Dude. Look, that movie was okay, but look, it's based on my favorite novel from when I was a kid, right? Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. And it was a great freaking book, and it still is. I still own it. And the fact of the matter is, that movie was just okay. It was a Disney Plus release, right? It was a Disney Plus release. I have my problems with it. Personally, I don't know. I don't like. They came out with a sequel recently. I think it's called Hollywood Stargirl. Look, it's not based on Love Stargirl, so I don't care. I've not seen the movie. I probably won't see the movie. I don't know if it's even out on Disney Plus, but I'm not gonna see the movie anyway. For me, oh Jesus Christ, feels like I'm being forced to. Oh Jesus Christ, like a cow being milked. What? You already said like a cow being milked. Okay, you already talked about that shit. Why? I'm so confused. I'm so confused by why these messages keep repeating. I'm so confused. What's going on? Why are these messages repeating in the fucking text box? I love the smell of what? Nobody loves the smell of that shit. Nobody loves the smell of shit either. Why is that? I just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Look, bro, you should not be talking to somebody who's underage. I'm just telling you, because, apparently, I don't want to play this shit. No. Jesus Christ. I'm not playing the freaking song. Anyway. So, okay. We're good. Look, yes, I listened to Cher Lloyd. What's her name? Cher? I don't know. She had some good songs. So, and yes, I listen to a lot of shit, rock. Does anybody know the band Crossfade? I think that's their name, or was their name. I don't even know if there's still a thing. Crossfade, I think they sang the song Cold. That was a beautiful song. Oh, Hinder, Evanescence. Oh my God. Nickelback. Oh. People hate Nickelback now. But I don't understand it because Nickelback is fucking awesome. Okay? Fucking Photograph. Oh, it's a beautiful song. Far away, for far. Anyway. So listen, man. Listen to me. Okay? It's not right to go after somebody with mental illness, even though I don't agree with what he does or what he did, or how he's referring to this girl and what he's talking about with this person. And it's not technically a girl, it's a troll. I'm telling you this. I know this. I'm aware of this. People think people think that they're just gonna message me and I'm just gonna fall for it. Like, dude, if you're sitting there and you're trying to outsmart somebody, be sure that they're mentally incompetent and they can be outsmarted. First of all. Also, remember that I have morals, I have ethics, and that I do not talk to anybody I don't know. Okay? And I know there's been quite a few people trying to pretend to be celebrities, trying to pretend to be, like, for example, somebody that I actually do know once. Someone actually did message me on Instagram pretending to be somebody I do know. And you know what I did? You know what I do? I immediately go and I'm like, I might message that person. I do. I message that person. Or I message one of their children who I know because they're my family. And I ask them, hey, does your mom have does she have Instagram? Pretty sure she doesn't. If for anyone wondering, their mom is an aunt of mine. And I wait for them to respond. I don't even respond to the comment just in case it's actually, said aunt. And it's not. It never is. Number one. But they said, no, she doesn't have Instagram. That's a fake account. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm tearing this person a new one. Message them, tell them off, and block them. That's what I do. Okay? I'm smarter than all of you. And I'm smarter than the scammers, too. Trust me, I get a lot of scammers trying to talk to me. And I always have to, try to do something, try to get personal information. As much personal information as I can to get their identity. And just basically, get them to block me or whatever. Sometimes it's really fun. Now, people might think that's a bad thing, right? Number one, people are doing it all the time, okay? There's nothing wrong with getting a scammer to freaking leave you alone, right? I don't expect that they'll stop trying to scam people. I only expect that they stop trying to fuck with me, Trying to fucking stop talking to me. I'm tired of it. Anyway. Point being, all of this. Do not do not attack somebody with mental illness. It's not right. Anyway, see you later. I don't even know how long this video is. Jesus, 4,700. Oh my god. 4,700 milliseconds. See you later.